Hey guys, welcome back. Let's get you a message. May we? We have the judge. What is that? Like a skull, a hand, another hand, and a looks like a demon eyeball. Or like an animal eyeball. Or like a panther, maybe. Judge. We tend to judge everything. Jesus says, judge for yourself what is right. We're quick to judge others based off of ourselves. Like, this is just an example, but like, it's coming up, so I'm gonna say it. So, I actually wasn't gonna say this, but like, okay, so my ex quit drinking like around 40, and he's like around 50 now. And, and so, when when we got together like a year ago, he had been sober for several years. And so he had this thing where it was like as if he'd never drank before. Like he forgot what it was like 10 years ago when he used to drink. And so he would judge me for being in a place where he was once at, instead of being like, I was once there. I recognize that. He was like, that's not cool. That's gross. If you're gonna be like whatever it was like, dude, my point is, when I quit drinking, I didn't look down on people that still drank. And I didn't make them feel bad or be like, whatever. No, there's no judgment because I was just there. So when we accomplish some sort of obstacle, like when we overcome something like that, let's not condemn everybody that hasn't overcome yet, or feel like we need to help them by the way we can assess and judge them. Like, you know what I mean? It's not just alcohol. It's overcoming anything in life. We can't just be like, nope, I used to be like that. That energy's cut off from me. It's like we have to still embrace those who are not quite ascended, because you get so accomplished or ascended or wise that you're too far at the top, where no, like, and everybody else is like feeling judged or whatever, like that, whatever this message however it resonates, it's like, don't be so quick to judge other people when really you shouldn't, because you've been there. You know what it is, what it's like, and how it's a personal journey. That, okay, so how do we help them? Because we have the answer. Just by being an example. You don't even have to speak on it, unless, I mean, it's just obvious you're not a drinker anymore if you're not a drinker. Whatever it is, you don't have to be like, this is what I did and this is probably how you, like, or whatever. It's just like, just overcome and then be. We don't have to condemn everybody else that hasn't overcome the things that we have. That makes sense. Like, of course that makes sense. So be careful how we judge. What's the message? Love you guys. Thanks for being here. Ace of Wands. New passion has been lit. Something inspiring. The fire energy. Inspired. Somebody's inspired. Maybe to not be so judgy. Because that's all I had been talking about. And something is inspiring somebody about how to judge for themselves, I guess. I don't know. We have Ace of Wands. Let's see. Do you guys see my boopity dooski right here? Right there. Duh. I can't really see him on my camera, but I think you guys can. He's my BB. Okay, we have Judge. Or don't. We have Ace of Wands. We have Passion. Passion to, like, if you want somebody to heal, truly, how do we do that? Is the message. We found the fire and the passion and the desire and the inspiration to quit drinking. This is just an example. We found that fire within us. We're like, no. And that example is what's going to help them. Not your, like I said, throwing it in their face or, okay, so my point is, if you truly want to help and, you know, the sit down and talk and making them feel a little guilty isn't helping. If you truly want to help, what would do it? Actually, my friend quit drinking, inspired by me. So that's, so I'm speaking on experience, like, I mean, like, not just because of me, but like, he saw that I did it, and by witnessing me do it, yeah. So when we truly want to help people, I think sometimes just by being the example is best, and not a sit down condemning kind of guilt trip situation. What's the message? Inspired to judge correctly? 5 of Cups. Somebody's like, I don't want to quit drinking. Look. That's not funny. But it's kind of funny. Out of all the thousands of cards that I have, I don't know how many have a bottle of wine poured out like that. You don't have to quit drinking. Like, I'm not. No. It's it does make you want to be like, what's wrong with you? You're ruining your life. Like, it's a personal journey, and it sucks for those that we have hurt along our drunken path. Somebody's like, fuck, I fucked up. But there's still 2 cups left. It's just another step towards understanding the motive behind your decisions. What's the Ace of Wands? Passion. Justice. Justice on top of the Ace of Wands. Something about the inspiration has to be made solidified. I have to solidify the inspiration. It's like sometimes something so, shitty has to happen for the inspiration to be justified. Like, okay, it's like going to court. It's like, all right, if you do this one more time, we're going to take your license away. The justice system is like, look, you can't, if you're not, like, Megan's not an example for you, and you can't find your own will to quit, then the justice system would be like, you're not going to go drive and kill people, so we're going to step in with the sword of justice. I mean, that's just what I'm getting. All right. One more for this Five of Cups. Talking about some sort of substance abuse or toxic way of being that, somebody is facing. Maybe the law has to step in because they themselves or the inspiration around them isn't enough. And then we have Five of Wands. Yep, it's a massive challenge here. It's such a big, massive challenge to overcome something here. Just sucks. But somebody is clearly working on it, otherwise they wouldn't be here. And it's not, like I said, it doesn't have to be drinking. We're talking about judging for ourselves what's right. Hopefully not waiting for the justice system to come in. It's challenging you right now to make an adjustment. And so, I mean, the major arcana here is justice, and the judge, like, something is something has to happen here, and hopefully you can be your own judge in justice system. And maybe I'll speak on myself more because I might be able to help inspire. Like, I mean, I gotta tell you, I love this sobriety thing, man. I get a lot more done. I'm more fit. Like, the money's like the whole, everything outweighing, like, what really came down is I was like the fight in my head, like whether I'm gonna get some or how I'm gonna get it or who's gonna see or when, like the whole storm of conflict within myself just was not worth the little buzz I finally got to get when I got it. So my decision came down finally to, like, you know what? I'm not gonna argue. This is not worth it. And I pulled the alcoholic out of me and I sat her down and I was like, look, Jim, I call her, because I'm a Gemini cusp and she's my something. I was like, look, Jim, it's gonna be, you had your time, man. It's like a whole conversation. But without that conversation and then talking about, I made videos every day about the sober train, and like, if I hadn't been talking to myself or making videos, I wouldn't have been as strong. Because when I did have the urge, because we get 3 very strong urges throughout our life, I guess, is what the alcohol treatment centers teach. You get like one after like a month or two when you're fit, like you go back, and if you pass that, you get another urge in like 2 or 3 years. And if you can overcome that urge, then you get another one in like 10 years. And, if you can overcome that one, because I went 10 years, like, and then I drank again, and then it was all bad for like a year, and then I'm sober again. But anyways, I didn't get past that third test. I mean, I did. I am now. But, like, my point is, what was my point? I forget. Shit. Drinking. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of things that led up to me finally quitting. But when I sat myself down and I was like, I'm tired of this, it's not weighing out, it's not paying off, it's not worth the, and so we have to fix the things within us that make us want to drink. Sometimes we have to move away from the entire environment because everything reminds you of, like, you guys know this. Like I said, this doesn't have to be drinking, but it's more about judging for yourself what's right instead of just following some sort of memory reflex. Well, this is just what I do. It's like we have to be aware of a better way. So that's what I have for you guys. I hope that helped. I love you so much. Until next time.